Wade, I've been looking everywhere for Kevin.
Oh, he already got the news about the kids. I heard he flew out of here like he was shot out of a cannon.
Good, that means he's at Serenity Springs helping with the rescue. Okay, I gotta get over there, thanks.
Hey, wait, if you see him, would you tell him that I'm glad it turned out okay for him?
You mean that Marty finally decided to tell the truth?
Is that what you think? Rachel, she told Hank a while ago that she had some serious doubts about Kevin being guilty. But your father refused to listen.
Refused? What do you mean, refused?
He said that she was confused and that she should stick to her original story, that Kevin was one of the rapists. Otherwise, it could ruin her chances of winning.
Winning? Oh, I knew he hated Kevin. I just didn't know how much.
Sure, they're sleeping like babies right now. They must be real far away from that ledge. Cord and I tried everything we could, Luna, to keep them awake so that they could help fight the hypothermia, but they're just so tired. Maybe it's for the best to know because of that explosion at landfill. Oh, Luna, please, I don't want to. All right, I tell you what, I'm gonna go call Max, and I'm gonna see what's happening over there. All right, you stay strong, okay?
Yeah, what choice do I have? I was hoping maybe we could talk.
Hello, Landfair. Do you read me? How long till detonation?
Yeah, this is Landfair. Talk to me, Serenity.
Everything's set at this end. Just let us know when you're ready to blast.
Will do.
You were saying, Luke?
Yes, ma'am. You have to blast through rock to open up the gap in your cellar wall. And we can play it safe. Take it slow. One small blast at a time.
No, I'm sorry, that's not good enough. We gotta do this all at once. We gotta get into that sewer line and we gotta get the kids out of that hole as soon as possible. Max, come on, back me up here.
I'm with you, Cord, but Vicky, it's your house, it's your call.
Good heavens, do it as quickly as possible to get the children out.
All right. Now you give me an hour. You can use that time to get any personal belongings out of the house.
Just a minute. The house itself is the most precious belonging, and it belongs to me as much as to anybody else.
Dorian, get out. We have work to do.
Vicky! Vicky, this is not just a house. It was your father's crowning achievement. How can you possibly risk reducing it to rubble?
Well, what about my son?
Yeah, and mine, Dorian.
There just has to be some other way.
There is not another way. The house doesn't matter. Let it fall down. I don't care. But what matters is CJ and Al.
If that's the way you feel about it, I am going to remove everything here that ever belonged to me. Everything.
You can wait until the explosion propels you right out the window, or you can preserve your dignity and leave now.
Vicky, you act as if this house was yours alone.
I own it.
Vicky, do you want me to throw her out?
No, Cord, you have your hands full. It's all right. I can deal with our visitor.
I am no more a visitor here than you are. This was Victor's home. He built it. Believe me, he would be appalled if he could see how cavalier his daughter is being about destroying it.
Cavalier! Dorian, there are two little boys. They are huddled together on a little narrow ledge 25 feet below the ground.
Don't you think I know that, Vicky? I'm not heartless, for goodness sakes. I want to see them saved, but in an organized, sensible fashion, for goodness sakes. Not some sort of Buchanan kamikaze attack.
Do you want to loot this house? Is that what you want? All right, I tell you what. You take a look around this room, and if you see anything that is legitimately yours, you go ahead and take it. And then get out.
Don't mind if I do.
I see everything except the secret room in the basement.
I'm afraid that was my father. He kept his knowledge of that room to himself. The entrance is directly behind that bookcase right up there.
Well, then what do? We push an electronic button or whatever?
No, Max, it's not that easy. The entrance was sealed up years ago.
Fine. Well, any self-respecting fireman's got to have a couple fire axes in his truck, right?
Don't leave home without them. Let's go get them.
No, just wait a minute, Vicky. You are not going to allow them to rip into that bookcase. I mean, those priceless bookshelves.
Be quiet. Gentlemen, go ahead. Do whatever you have to do.
Thank you, Vicky. Vicky, I just want you to
Max,
know...
it's all right. Don't bother.
I mean, all of the precious memories living in these walls.
All right, Dorian. If you have collected your belongings, then I would suggest you leave. In fact, I insist on it.
Rachel.
Hank, don't.
Baby, just look at me,
Look,
okay?
I'm in a hurry. Do you mind?
Rachel, we need to talk.
There is nothing to talk about.
Yes, there is. Rachel, all this anger is killing everything we ever had. Is that what you want?
Look, I am not the one that killed anything. I'm not the one who decided to destroy.
I didn't mean to destroy him.
I don't care what you meant. It's what you did.
Rachel, are you okay?
Swede, this is a family matter.
Well, then, maybe you should take it home.
Maybe you ought to mind your own business.
Stop it. Do you think that just because you're the DA, you can dictate to everyone in this town?
Rachel, I just want you to understand why
I understand you. That's the trouble. Maybe I can forgive you for what you did to me. But for what you did to Kevin, how can you even forgive yourself?
Tina, my thoughts and prayers are with you and Cord and CJ and Al. Yeah, well, I wish prayers were enough, Angela. Sometimes they have to do. Especially when people come up short, like I did. What are you talking about? CJ and Al came to the tabernacle, and they wanted my help in getting rid of the evil spirits. I thought it was only a game. If I had known what they had in mind, I swear to you, that's not your fault. Still, I feel partly responsible, so if there's anything that I can...
No, thank you, Angela, please. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do.
You're only making things worse.
Well, I thought that I could help.
You can. Leave.
Kane, I mean it. I am partly to blame if there's anything that I can do for those boys.
Didn't you hear what she said, Angela? She doesn't want you around. And that goes double for me.
We're gonna tempt your tummy with a taste of nuts and honey.
Look, don't press your luck, all right? There's enough trouble here as it is.
I think that you're the only one that has changed.
Oh, no, sweetheart, you changed. You got new hair, you got new dress, new scam. But down deep where most people have a heart, you got nothing but that old calculator just clicking away. Now, you don't want anybody to hear that, do you? Especially old Cord, do you?
Are you threatening me?
Oh, no, sweetheart. That would be a sin. I'm just warning you. Because I am the master of disguise who always gets away, and you're the one who's always left holding the bag. Or don't you remember?
No, I remember. If I didn't, I have those letters of yours to remind me. Letters that could send you to jail.
Leslie, you gave me your word.
The word of a con artist? Oh, baby. Baby, you are losing your touch.
No, look, Angela, we have a deal, okay? Now, as soon as CJ and Al are safe, I will go along with whatever plan you have, whatever it is, okay? One last con, and you hand over those letters. Understand?
Of course I will. But the question is, who will I hand them to? You? Or Tina?
Look, do you have any idea what she's going through down there? Her kid is stuck down in that hole.
You are hurting me.
You can blackmail me all you want, you understand? If you try to hurt Tina, I swear you'll wish you'd never seen me again.
Anyway, I've taken a few of the first editions and this bust. Victor and I bought them together at auctions. Yes. Now, Vicky, let me say one more time. I think you're making a mistake, a huge mistake.
Thank you, Dorian. You have just laid to rest any lingering doubts I might have had. If you're against it, it must be the right thing to do.
I want these children saved as much as you do, but I also want to see Landfair saved. If not for your sake, for your children's sake, what'd you think? Think about what Clint would do if he were here, for goodness sakes. I mean, really, do you think that he would allow Cord and Max to go running around like a couple of hotheads, wrecking Landfair?
You should be very glad Clint isn't here. If he were, he would grab you by your hair and drag you out of here on your fanny. I am the patient type. I'm going to give you 5 seconds to get out of here before I do let Cord and Max deal with you. 1.
You're going to regret this, Vicky.
2.
If anything happens to Landfair,
3.
you are going to be
4.
sorry. Vicky, this is not just a house. Think about what Clint would do if he were here, for goodness sakes.
Sorry, sweetheart. We just got to drinking and talking, and time just got away.
Yes, I'm very aware of the fact that you've been drinking. And if I have you to thank for that, sir, or if you are under the impression that you can continue the party here, I'm terribly sorry you cannot.
No, well, ma'am, I'm sure sorry I led this gentleman down the path of sin. But I am certainly aware that the party's over. I'm just delivering him to you. I'm on my way out.
No, hold it just a minute. You have to stay, Clint, and get to know my gorgeous wife.
Well, I don't think she particularly wants to know me. And that's probably mutual. No offense, ma'am.
Just who are you?
Please.
Joe, do you have any idea how long I have been worrying about you?
Riley, I think this about clinches it. If this is the other half of Lord Enterprises...
No, hold it just a minute. Now, sweetheart, you're giving the gentleman the wrong impression about our relationship. Mr. Buchanan is going to be the managing editor of the band.
So many memories in this house.
I wanted a few words with you before I lost my courage. Well, I still got my courage, you know? Honey, I've been thinking about this for some time. And, well, tonight, watching those two little fellas, I want to be their father.
Oh, sweetheart. They think of you that way already.
No. I mean in every sense. I would like you to do me the honor of allowing me to adopt him.
Oh, Clint.
You don't have to answer right now, but I would like you to think about it.
No, I don't need any time to think about it. It's a lovely, beautiful thing that you've offered. And yes, I would be pleased. I would be delighted to have you adopt them. Thank you.
Come on, let's get at it, boys. We got to get to the secret room by the piano. Fire chief arrives with that dynamite.
I believe this old guy can't wait to start tearing up your plant.
Well, it's all right, Bo. Asa knows what's important, and it's not furniture. It's Al and CJ.
Come on, let's go. We gotta get these books out of here.
Don't worry, Vicky. We're gonna try to do this as carefully as possible.
Don't worry, Cord. You have my blessing.
Come on.
Vicky, you don't have to stay here and watch this.
No, it's all right, Asa. I want to stay.
Victoria, we haven't exactly been friends lately, much less family.
It's all right, Asa. Don't.
Now, I'd like to say this, if I may. As bad as Kevin's trial was and Clint's horrible accident, the family kind of rallied around together. Sometimes good does come from bad. Hell, Max and I are working side by side. Can you imagine that?
I wish it hadn't taken something like this.
Well, sometimes it takes something like that. Enemies joining hands. I like to say that I'm seeing a woman, brave and beautiful, with new eyes.
If you're talking about me, I don't feel very brave or very beautiful.
Well, you are. You stopped Clint from worrying about this catastrophe. You were brave when you told him just blast away this foundation. You didn't bat an eye because of those children. I just want you to know how... Oh, hell, I think you know.
Thank you, Asa. Same here.
All right, folks, this is it. We're gonna give it a shot, okay? Ready? Max, go ahead.
After most meals and snacks, plaque pH can fall to levels where acid starts attacking teeth. These attacks can last up to 2 hours, increasing the risk of damage to your tooth enamel. That's...
I used to respect you. I used to think you were a man of integrity.
And baby, why don't you give me the benefit of the doubt? Rachel, I had to put you on the stand. It was my responsibility.
To yourself, not to the law.
Rachel, listen, honey. I know there's no excusing your father for what he did.
Wait a minute. Whose side are you on
Both
here?
of you just hush. Listen, all I'm trying to say is your father felt at the time he had to question you.
I know that's what he felt. But it's time he realized that the feeling that's driving him is not responsibility. It's hatred.
Rachel, that is not true.
Isn't it? You hate Kevin so much. You can't even stand the thought of his loving me or me loving him. So you put me on the stand, made me say things that made him look bad. Is that your idea of revenge? He was innocent.
Okay, look, baby, maybe I made a few bad judgment calls, but I didn't want to hurt you, Rachel.
Oh, you didn't care who you hurt. You just wanted Kevin convicted, even though he didn't rape Marty.
I thought he had. And I truly believe that you had some vital information that you were keeping from me. Rachel.
You would be an expert on that. I mean, keeping vital information a secret.
Come on, what are you talking about? Look, I really believe that Kevin had confessed to you that he had slept with Marty the night of the rape. And baby, I had to show the jury that if he lied about that, then maybe he lied about the rape itself.
Do you believe that? Then you're deluding yourself more than me. You knew early on that Kevin was innocent.
Come on, where did you get an idea like that?
Marty came to you. She told you she wasn't sure that Kevin was guilty, that she wanted to change her testimony, that he hadn't raped her.
Hank?
Look, I thought Marty was just confused. I thought she was getting scared. Look, if she had just sorted out the events of that evening, she would have realized
What
that she...
you wanted her to realize. Even though it wasn't the truth. You just wanted Kevin guilty, even though she told you he wasn't. Now, talk to me about integrity, about the law. You are a racist and a hypocrite. And maybe it's time you looked in the mirror and faced that, if you can.
I knew it. It looks much better here. Oh, thank you, Vicky, for letting me borrow Sloane's book. Lord of the Banner. The Life of Victor Lord. Okay. Let's see what's in it.
Have an extract?
Oh, Sloan, I'm glad you're here.
Well, I thought I'd be more helpful here than out there at the woods.
You got that on there, General?
You know, Sloan, maybe it'd be a good idea.
Oh, don't be so polite. Just tell him we don't need anybody in this thing getting in our way except family.
Well, maybe I should leave too, huh, Asa? Asa, come on. Max is right. We could use every hand we can get. Come on over, General.
If you don't mind.
No, thank you.
All right, folks, come on through.
Oh, what are we waiting for?
I got a light.
Aren't you coming?
Light your head.
I can't go there.
Vicky, how long are you going to stand there? Sorry, I feel a bit shaky.
How could I have lived in this house all my life? Not have known this room was here.
Because that's the way Victor wanted it. What's the sense of having a secret room if it isn't a secret? I can tell you, a lot of nasty business went on here. Over here are some monitors. He used to be able to watch everything that was going on in every single room in this house. Hesitate to use the word spy, but there really isn't a better one, is there?
Spy on whom?
Anybody he wished to spy upon.
Oh, Doreen, that's so ridiculous.
How can you deny it when it's right here? Over there, you see? There's a panel that goes over that section of the wall. He used to have art masterpieces. But they turned out to be fakes. One can only speculate how much he spent on them. In the desk, you'll find a great deal of correspondence and tape recordings. You're gonna have to take my word for this. Tape recordings with women. Seems as though Victor was really quite a ladies' man, and there were a lot of women in addition to Irene Manning. I'm sorry, I know this is painful for you. It was for me, too.
Doreen, I don't know how you could do this.
You gave me no choice, Vicky. You had to see this room. You had to understand what Victor was doing.
That's not what I mean at all.